welcome back to the hospital. I'm still here. These two are here, but they can go and come and go as they wish. Anyways, past few days have been really hard with this hospital stay, but I wanted to focus on a different topic because some of y'all have been asking, you know, what is it that you can do for a loved one in the hospital? What is doing too much and what is doing enough, and ideas like how do you support somebody you really love that's struggling in the hospital? And so I thought I would sit here with my friends who are doing a great job of supporting me. Sydney's like, oh my god, this is so awkward.
Hey guys.
They want to do it. She's just not used to being on camera. That's you're good. You're good.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Sydney, and a lot of times when someone's in the hospital, they don't really want to tell you what they want, as if like food. Sometimes they feel awkward explaining that they want, like, you know, like a certain food.
You kind of already feel like you're causing a lot of trouble for everybody, even though obviously it's not my fault. I'm not here intentionally. Like, it disrupts my loved ones' lives, you know? So going beyond what, you know, just being in the hospital and asking can be really difficult.
Yeah. So a lot of times, instead of just asking, maybe just say, hey, we're going Chick-fil-A, what do you want? Or just instead of doing that, just bring them something, because a lot of the times, you know, hospital food's not the best food, so a lot of the times something just like that can make a big difference.
Yeah, like food from the outside world, it does make a big difference. And also, for me, kind of sometimes it's hard for me to put myself out there and make friends for, I don't know, kind of awkward and whatever. But Sydney actually went to our Bible study leader, asked for my phone number, and on her own came to me and said, if you need anything, I'm here. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm actually going to do something with this, and I'm going to get to know her. And then, like, we went out to lunch, and we went to the beach and everything.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. I hooked them in while I was doing well, and then I crashed.
It was so
to make sure they stayed around.
And Harlow, too.
Oh, yeah, Harlow. They really just love Harlow. That's all they do.
No. We are here for Jaquie, not Harlow. Harlow is just a plus, but...
Icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Icing on the cake. But honestly, just being there means a lot. So when I'm in the hospital, I don't typically take the initiative to make connections and stuff like that. These two do. And that's a big difference. Like, they were coming back from the beach and they just stopped in. And also, though, it's important to remember when you're in the hospital, you're obviously not feeling well. So sometimes, for me, a visit will make my entire day so much better. And then at other times, it could like completely just ruin me because I just don't have the energy or like the mental capacity to socialize, which is also nice though, because with all of my friends who are visiting me here, I don't feel concerned if I like break down and just get frustrated, you know. And they're a great distraction, especially Tristan, because it's really easy to beat him at trouble.
We've been playing games and games of trouble, but he finally won a game.
He did.
So, yay.
And they brought me food, and they're just happy to hang out. And it's nice to know, because I'd say our friendship's relatively new.
Yeah.
Like a few
We've
months.
only been
or
friends
like
for like a
several
month.
weeks.
Yeah. Not even.
And when we first started hanging out, I was, like I said, I was doing well. We went to the beach and out to lunch and stuff. And then I got into this flare and crashed. And part of me was always like, you know what? This is when you'll see who your true friends are.
Yeah.
And it's not anyone's fault, because this can be a lot to handle, you know? But these two have taken it in stride, and I really appreciate y'all.
Aww.
So.
Also, guys, tomorrow is Easter. So we brought Jaquie a cute little Easter basket.
Isn't this adorable?
With some chocolate.
This is the best. Look at this. This is an Oreo one. Tristan ate some of these.
So if there's like a holiday, just candy, food, drinks.
Oh, and you can do like gift gift. You can do gift things even if there's no holiday. Like some essentials in the hospital are like comfy socks and PJs and chapstick. So just put together a little bundle of I support you, here you go.
Yeah.
But also just being there in your presence. Like Judd's here a lot, and he usually comes at the end of the day or when he's taking his break from work, and by then I'm just dead after treatments and testing, and we just lay there. And sometimes we don't say anything, but just knowing that, you know, to have the presence there, that you're not alone, it means a lot.
Yeah.
So, Sydney and Tristan, And there's a little info from them to y'all about how to support someone you love in the hospital.
Yep.
Hey y'all, well it is Easter. Not the easiest of days, but my friends are awesome. Look what they brought. Savannah and Jordan.
Hey.
Fancy, I was about to say Thanksgiving, Easter meal. They cooked and she completed it with the fancy tablecloth. So, welcome to the hospital room once again. And I want to introduce y'all to Savannah and Jordan.
Hey.
Hi.
They've been really awesome. We met through church and we haven't really known each other all that long, right?
A couple months.
Yeah, a couple
Couple
of
months.
We've only hung out one other time in the hospial, and that was at Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
I was kind of joking, like I was doing well health-wise, so I reeled them in. So now they're stuck with me even though I'm really sick right now. But kind of in this video we're talking about how you can help a loved one in the hospital. It can be a tricky balance to find because sometimes for me, like visitors will like make my entire day. And then sometimes visitors can like just be way too much and take too much from me because, you know, when you're in the hospital, you're obviously not doing well. But Savannah and Jordan have been really great. They've been really open-minded about listening to if I cannot have visitors, but then they're also going like above and beyond to do other things just to help me feel more comfortable and at peace in the hospital, like doing our laundry, right? Was it weird for you to do that?
No, I've done stuff like that before, so
Okay.
it was nice to know that I could like do something, because it's hard to see someone that you care about in the hospital and not be able to like do anything to make them feel better. So like making food and like bringing you dinner and like being able just to play games with you or just like be there to get the doctor or to, you know,
Exactly.
do laundry. It's really nice to know that there is something that we can do, even if it's not to take your pain away.
Yeah, that's a really good point because there is nothing anyone can do to fix the flare. We just got to follow the protocol and wait it out, but that doesn't mean there's nothing you can do. You know, like I said, they brought food. They cooked this awesome Easter dinner. And when they first got, it's Easter tonight. So when they first got to the hotel, I mean, not the hotel room.
Oh my god, like a hotel, I guess.
When they first got to the hospital room, I was really hurting, waiting on some medicine. So I said, you know, I'll wait a bit to eat because I knew they were bringing me food, but I didn't know she had specifically cooked to eat here, all of us together. I thought it was like leftovers from a family thing they did. So I don't know, that just made me really happy. Like, it's Easter night, but they decided to go out of the way to cook and bring it here so we can have our own little Easter feast, which is really sweet. And then they're doing my laundry for me because with Judd working his weird hours and also he has so much responsibility now getting the house situated, and it's just been a big help. Even for Judd, he's like, knowing that I have support like these two makes him feel really at peace, because a lot of the time I have to be at the hospital by myself. You know, life continues even when you're admitted. Like, Judd works, my mom works, and having support like them, I know I'm not going to be alone the whole day, and it's been great. And then Jordan was really helpful. He went to the walkthrough of the house with Judd because I couldn't go. How's that?
I love your house. I told them I'd buy it, but they said it was sold.
It was really helpful though for him to be there. I think because it's not just me, obviously, who gets affected when I'm inpatient. It's a lot of stress on my family. So having supportive friends makes a world of difference, and definitely also bringing good food because the hospital food sucks.
It smells real funky.
Yeah, it
Don't
does.
recommend
They make
it.
good cookies though.
Yeah, their sugar cookies are really good. I don't know, do you think they make them or they
Probably
buy them
don't. They
somewhere?
probably buy them.
I gotta find out where because they're pretty good. But yeah, that's kind of the basis of it. Did you want to add anything about like how, like what you take away from coming to help me here? Because I know being in the hospital can just be really depressing. So
Yeah, it can be scary. Like the other night you had a flare up and you were reacting really bad, and it made me really nervous and like anxious.
yeah, because I couldn't breathe well and my face went flushed and
Yeah, and like you were like trying to find your EpiPen and you couldn't see anything. Your glasses were off, and I was like,
What?
Like, I was waiting for a
tunnel
nurse
vision,
and no one
yeah.
was coming, so I wanted to like run and scream down the hall. But like, like being able to know that I can do something small, like doing laundry, like just knowing how much that takes off of your plate, and that's
Yeah.
one less thing for you to worry about, just makes me feel like there is something I can do. It's just because you can't take the pain away doesn't mean there aren't things you can do. So doing laundry or bringing even leftovers, like we brought food last week that was leftovers.
Yeah, and it was great. And also just like being here.
Yeah.
We don't even have to do anything.
Quality time.
Quality
Yeah.
time. Trouble.
All
Lots
the
of, lots of games
These two
of
are
trouble.
great. They keep letting us play even though I dominate
She
it.
beats us every time. I haven't won
Every
yet.
time.
I haven't won a single game.
It's a good
Yeah.
game though.
It
And
is.
we were kind of talking about, I've mentioned this to y'all already, but last year was quite lonely and difficult with all of the inpatient stays. And as I started to get better, I prayed to God to help me find some really genuine social connections. And I seriously feel like these two, and Sydney and Tristan, are answered prayer. And it's just, I mean, it sucks that I'm in the hospital, but I feel like this experience kind of really solidified our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
I think this is one of the ways God is working in our life. Plus, I'm hopefully going to get out of here soon anyways.
Yeah.
And we already have plans to have a dinner at our new house.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to stuff like that. So that's Sydney and Jordan for y'all. Just letting you know. So if you have a loved one in the hospital...
That's the other one.
It was 10:30.
Y'all are both... All four of you are blonde. Sorry.
You're close. It's just the nest.
Oh, gosh, but
It's too late. It's too late.
it is late. Oh my gosh. But just having the support, you know, and if you know someone is in the hospital, it can be hard for me to directly ask for something. Sydney actually talked about that. So and they don't wait for them to ask, like act on it. Be prepared for whatever reaction you may get. Like for example, one of my most difficult hospital stays last year was over my birthday. My aunt and my dad drove here from Orlando to surprise me with cake and balloons and music. And while I so appreciated it, I broke down and just sobbed because I just couldn't. I had a hard physical day. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't handle it. But even so, I was still really thankful that my aunt and my dad tried, you know. So just those little things. Food, laundry, company. She brought me some other clothes. I was running out of some comfy clothes. So just stuff like that. And
Yeah, and taking care of like the house and stuff. So like if there
Yes.
is someone who's staying in the hospital and they can't, you know, do stuff at home, or like an animal, like you were talking about, like Harlow, needing to let her out and stuff. And so like having people there to be able to take
That you
care of
trust.
those kind of things. Yeah.
yeah, one of the most stressful parts of going back home for me is I feel like the house isn't in order. So now it doesn't matter because our house is packed up. We're going to a new house. But, you know, in the future, knock on wood, this doesn't happen again, but should it happen again, you know, they can go into the house and take care of it. They can bring Harlow here to see me in the hospital because remember, I can't have her here by myself because I'm on isolation. I can't take her on walks and the staff is not liable to do that. But just, you know, that's kind of the gist of it. And for those of y'all who are in hospital and may not really understand how to ask for support, because honestly when I'm here I already feel like such a burden. I've disrupted everybody's life. To go more than that and ask, it can be hard, but don't push away your friends, because if they're there and offering, it's for a reason. You know, and like I said, I think this experience has really brought us together, all four of us. Judd too. Judd's working, but I think it's been good. So
Yeah.
okay.
You're fun even in the hospital.
Well, it's Savannah and Jordan. I know
Yes.
that's nice. We are deep in the midst of a very intense Sorry game.
You already won.
I know. We played Trouble first and I won. And then we played Sorry. I won. But these two are so competitive. I gotta see who wins.
We're right here.
I need a 1. You need a 2.
I do need to.
Oh no! Does that mean I get to draw again for you?
Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video because it is a valid question. You know, how do you support someone you love when they're in the hospital? And for everybody, it's different. This is just what works in particular for me, but don't get me wrong, sometimes I just need time to myself, because when I'm in the hospital, I'm struggling and I'm vulnerable. And when people come to visit, I don't know what's gonna happen while they're there. Maybe I'll be a sobbing mess of tears because I'm hurting terribly and I can't get my medication yet, or I might end up in the middle of a rather severe reaction, and it could scare my friends. But when you're going through times like this, that's when you really see who your genuine friends are. So, you know, sometimes they come and we don't even talk. Just having their presence there is nice. Or we play board games, watch movies, and then they can do practical things too, like bring me food, take care of my laundry, take care of things around the house, kind of situate the house so when I do get discharged and go back home, the transition is easier. And then of course there are the friends who can't really come visit me in person. Janice, she lives a couple hours away, and because of her health, it's hard for her to travel too, but we talk, you know, keep each other's spirits lifted, keep each other updated. Izzy, who lives in New York, we Skype like every day. Danielle in Michigan, I don't know if y'all have I mentioned her? I don't know if y'all have even met her, but we talk as well. So I do my best to stay connected, because I know that letting people in when I'm struggling is a good thing, and it brings our relationship closer. So that's what I had to share. If y'all have any tips about how you can support somebody you love when they're in the hospital, or not even just the hospital, when they're in a flare-up or struggling, just let us know in the comments. And with that, I will say goodbye. And thanks for joining us on our adventure.